Oma me mu akwa aba nje be ye duru no sa ro pa ni e to aso.
Well, said the OC kind of very sad. Me share who figures out there Google how they ya. I just say yeah, cause I can in fact, why and very simple and straightforward for us say one I say factor. For instance, what is usual about Pragia? That's where the challenge has always been. Taking decisions as a country on Pragia. I hear another challenge for all of us. I don't know. Say, maybe they will stop because Pragian quite a whole conversation for us as a country.
Our light in it, on a main road.
And then no crack it. And they say a car and say, they can. O mine and Cassensi, Jinaye, in the name category, Pragian or share. O mine is Jinaye. They toss you beam. Yeah, you will see a Sijina. You can say Pragian, Miami, Ben Trust, and what saying. A fade near ba. One a Capragia share Nankasano. Nkwada 14, 15, 16. One of the APs are sharing. A quiet ben on Fasua. Assembly or driver union honum, opinion leaders say, oh, Obia, a boon and Yagusu. Nano da Mikroma of Kenya say, na Pragia and Quadama, Kumako, and Kono. In fact, Mijina ya make change the said, dear Nebema, what you say, I'm going to crack with Ranga. What can I say? The level of impunity, buaye ni gu bibia so na ye fa bibia ya abnormal bia normal no isusu na e ban eso chen de ye wu enti uze anopa bia no gina wa de me kai won say you see the future generation there be ye dada ye eye ya generation na see future no oh bibia ni ho is becoming a hopeless, reckless, helpless. When these three factors back up pe e chese o man no yonne and the heading ye press e be buy so. See, I'm happy this morning. We had a national overview. Total crashes. Yeah. 7,289. And what's it? Fatalities in Kwajina 1,504. Fatalities near oh, injuries near on said trap when year 2 or night trap. Sahanyo Maniomano. You know, it's and
then no, so this is Yamiafro. Na no plan dey be aba hospital because already an assassin.
A shareholder involved 12,354.
And it's just 6 months as a more 2025 year.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Baby akujira.
Ye nwi afino baby no. Na kuma se kwan na de kwabena. E was a frɛ road minister.
No, kuma se kwan na de say now that the last time I checked. E wa ha ya no ye nya kwanya na road minister din komo de o kan ni say a priority, even though she can a priority. And after a contractor no crown, Masama no asrele say also back to site. Now on my ejuma. Ejuma phone we crack or a demonstration on which is a in Tiomoka. Crewman in the Ghana for this year so it is beyond no a check. Let us side with the minister a bit, even though there's a major inconvenience. I want to believe that once every blessed day Ghana for no good so you. I'm not sure he's sitting down there. Kwame Agboja we all know. I'm not sure he will sit down unconcerned. So what you saying? A major priority. If you come the manu too, means what I remember so. We dear when you man yesterday. It say usikasha, but Kwame be was so ye. But I say him for Chinye Kwano, it be the debiachi, what Daroma. Me make us say. Me bono ne mahafo ne me bono east kwa yewie ni nyina ba ba bia du no se de ye tie so wo amasaman kwantempo no so no bomodia na consider ye na ehu de na afia o ka se bi de ma ne ya kra se ye wie kwan no so kra no so asodin adrava fo birika tenten ko ye wie kwan so ye wie kwan no ba bia ni kwan so san ka ho ba bia kof so e so to no bo ase ye wie kwan no so kra ya de mu ne kra no o si road ready na then a car be road ready say me no station master me we dua na be tawo lego me kon ti bi ju obia car number sa na afi magic akra akoma as a for DVL for no na o say with the station cars te wunya say ba de bia ye adwuma na the road ready bam nti ube hu no na dan so ma car nsuo to a
enyinu so te say etrese o be se na hu nyina ye fi
na hu nyina afo car ba ko bo so o ti na no da be 3 months car me ko tren bia me say experience be we hu sie o car ni no and we need to be careful about these things. Service provision of this country very poor. Very poor. Obi a wo no o cost o dan yen yen ye betwa woka se bi wadar ma wo brasem yen na wo da yen no ye ba na se ka se wo tai ko bai enye papa wa pay enye papa na wo mom bu afu di atem and obia hwe hansa that continues to be the challenge me gidi se china ya me adoma bia de be we kra na ya bibia ko kama eda sado pay
so
komo kese a TV abre ma make out say to ye dwumade so we ne fe twatwo kra obedwem on Adom TV multi TV so fiama kwata maklo ne de asemidi kadesta we kugina yakwan so ne nkwanhia hodo ene nyoma hodo a esese ye na ekwan no mu emuda ho ye pa so important other odiabre in fact if you look at the national overview growing crisis now a car sankwanhia we ebemu 12,354 for just 6 months after we nipa pra edidema 8,300 and after uba a year other so bonsi bibia koso kama wan say ebraso say ye try and come on so wan say well uba first nipa so ahwe won nkwa 1,504 after uba a year car hodwa apempem so a 7,289 it's so unfortunate say we call ekro we dey bia da pa me catch this is the only country ye kase ye bo ade bi hu ban a no kwa graph no kwa na because from 1992 I said it this morning the fight against ghost names it has not changed. Before mo akofo safma afa banro edu mo afa akwati botwe mo afefa kenofrate mo afa bedu ene area doctor to force him. And also raise a serious concern about that. But always that is what they do. If we don't help in solving these challenges, they be because to force him, doctor, good morning. Or no quant mean detectives are you know. You because you're blaming about and you no be detective. People who have been entrusted in certain positions. I'm using Dr. to force as a figurehead because all finance ministers they've suffered same. The fight against ghost names. And show how indisciplined we are as a country and as a people. How we are corrupt in terms of our thinking and how we do our things. The easiest way out to become rich or to be successful in this country is to be dishonest, to be unpatriotic, to be insulting, to do things that are untoward, abnormalities, and then get yourself involved in the politics of the day. That's the easiest means now in this country to become successful. And that's the danger ahead of us. There's anarchy ahead of us if we don't sit upright to bring back those virtues of patriotism, honesty, and transparency. There's anarchy. In fact, the center is not holding, and it's chaotic. Very chaotic. The impunity that is shooting up in this country. We are all looking on helplessly. Helplessly. The danger again is the kind of media space you're operating now. Very dangerous. Into what now so you NDC near. What the cost now? Say about champs so unti bi da. We MPP no say unti ase. What the cost now? Nobody is thinking the Ghana factor again. Nobody. In fact, we have arrived at this point on this matter of Boku issues because of lack of nokre. The truth. We are a bunch of dishonest people. Very dishonest, very disorganized, very greedy, or overly partisan. Overly. MP sharing near MP. No, the opposition are not needing common constitution on a program as it's not party for a for Adnan Castle NDC, Adnan Castle MPP. Now I first start into something. Yes, so. Yes, so your mind inequality as so in this country. I'm afraid they are normal. Nuisance is now a normal. In fact, fake. A priority. Fake, a priority. Truthfulness is offensive now in this country. And that's how dangerous it's becoming. So, Obia from Akwada to Penmu, Centroni to the politician, Sofu to the Malam. Obia chantro with courage. Odi tropa no sure no or kasawa kukudrosu a tron odi. On kanu kraba kokra. Centroni befa sema sem no kanu utie ni tini the corner basa enye no kraba kokra. Enye no kraba kokra. But no account for no wedding. Centroni betina krom hanum bebia edi die nyina atem. He's the hero. So I don't think I'm a man in Shiateni. I didn't know. God 10 years has been the road, the path to success. A true year has been the road, the path to success. There's nothing like go through the mill, be tried and tested, and come out as a refined gold Where you decide you realize that you've worked for it and you're so proud of it. What we want to do now is that as I sit here, 28 or 7 years in this industry, the person who just started today at Kasapin, at Classic FM, wants to be like me within the next 2-3 years. That's the danger. A typical example is the honorable member I'm hosting today. He cannot just say of the professional or the sports our being or dear man over 27 years. What tries to be a member of parliament whilst working as somebody in academia for years. So every facet of the life, one corner goes through. It will burn out the old and say, oh, Brekum West, my friend Chemi, not to say Sanam way. Oh, the answer I'm always on to man. Come to him. What can he do to help your base? Not as I say. A country of beggars where Obishano Pa, Nisikashi Obi Bottom, it's a misrepresentation, blackmailing, character assassination. Obibeko office to office, friends to friend. Yeah, what you be one free bar. That's where the person will crush you like something. Crush you just like that. And Tronkwanga no misrepresent you. No more misrepresent you. If your name is not perfumed by the God that we serve, now is the lifestyle people are living in this country. Politics including Nipa Yesen Kofodi Ogana. A man your 70 and they talk about bread and butter. Cheap minds. And I did bread and butter, here's something to talk about. Bread and butter. So you are misrepresenting someone. Adansi Krum, you've not seen it. And war betides you. War betides you. Who people who are nanti conquer for offices no mufiem. Na uko di tro egu niasu because of what? Bread and butter. Or because of a position. War betides you. Unfortunately, some of our people, they're also not up to standard, weak-minded. They assume it is the bootlickers and the sycophants will come to you and say all manner of things. No fair reasoning, no fair judgment. So helpless a country. And go and look at our pledge and our anthem. So I urge all of us. Posterity will judge me and it will judge you. Someone say MP Pinti, NDC, Yan Kanokure. MP Pinti, NDC, Yan Kanokure. Posterity is just on the waiting list. It will judge everybody according to your deeds. It didn't say Yankwa. Or Maya, ye the policy be banning a PC, a page more. Ye be quotian sana a pam. How can this happen? How can this happen? How? How? Me poasem do. Abo here na mama ye tonyo no na honorable nyindam na no minim se onim lumba nyom to sa abo here na pa de penti odo me poasem do na se unya da iti lumba aba ye and me tio parliament am say wow odo me poasem pa
na abo here na entra de penti na poasem bebre
hey but that was a deep statement too.
Yes,
because of ahunchire kakrentinu you can't see through say really me doje
Sisi ase na wakai.
Ahunchire kakrentinu.
Sisi ahunchi wa uni adamfo.
Ahunchire wa uni adamfo. It's so sad. The genuineness of friendship is questionable.
Exactly.
People are with you for what they will get from you, not loyal to a fault.
No. Nese ahunchi wa. Ha! O ma hen. We are with you o kasa bebe. Ma ahunchi o kakra na hwe. O frɛ me kra memfa.
Ha!
Sanet. Tilumba the living legend.
Now we are now some bog chin. Hey, Matuni now. Oh, you brutal. There you have a call. Good. Oh, Kakaka.
Yes, I check
Papa.
Chief. Good.
Oh, wow. I see. Bayana Ban, everybody. When I meet you guys, I talk about
constituency, yes.
Because Agrek there, Obika the backbone. Yeah, need their question gold, ni cocoa, ni. But Kuyayo there, who to Muda. I thank God, 7 call for be a pass yard, or 2 major universities, Legon and then Tech. You know what the course, chemistry and political science, or my baby, Eddie, Kube. kube ehono no omo develop into something else na oji breko ho a you be amazed adwini omo timenya ehu de kube hono no the hospital say we etimi ye eno achi nkwa no so no omo veer off from the normal kuayo na ye nyina ye no epe large scales of production in terms of soya needs. I'm surprised. Wow. This is really what you want to say. Yes. You who say gold mine ankasini. You never buy also no. Na say omuko monim da. And it's so encouraging. I was so happy. You know, was so happy. And it's really a challenge to me say me yem kokko de any and they offer abu no border. They raised two critical things. One, nipa omo engage omo on their behalf no. Omo ntimi ntu omo to emman crime show omo reni omo ma because of chrono ntino. They can do that. Omo nya no kwafo. When they leave the farmland, so they are forced to live there. And that's dangerous for us. Two, Sikasem. Because so when you a major backbone to push you are, they be adano kuyano. Oh, you know, sir, 3x4 kuyani be now near Bushani and money Adom for no medina, etc. So almost you use him as a conduit to get out there to government or other potential investors in agric. So Omombra to their aid, because they have the heart and the knowledge and the passion to do that thing. But I can say, in terms of Sikasem.
Unim, mencha tifo na machia minwai. Na mafa kwanya isu na machia kwandai for. Na masa wishi the family of Dada Lumba. Any Ghana for na ma wishi omo yako. Mitio ya ba mitio nsembebre. We have a long way to go, and I don't know whether minim say yebenya na right and I na right. But where I sit, you know, we have a very long way to go. To be very sincere with you, because as a young man, Manchekra Omahene December 1st, no ma 50 years.
Wow,
at least my chekakra. Now growing up from Kumidi, my small village. Niema hune say nokure ena odia na odi nyamesuro ka ho a nyame ya adoma obedi yie na odi obuo ma mpanyefo a nyame boawa obedi yie but me started at the church somewhere 2000 ena me sha say me chira den me sha my the church me sha say we teach mine.
Oh,
that's where I started.
I see.
Until me tena teach mine for almost 6-7 years. And I made a university and I made a Kumasi and so and all those things. Until Edru Babino, Omahine, just like you were lamenting, and all of us are going to lament. But as to whether I say a better solution to that problem, no, it's another thing. Omahine, those virtues, any hobium, no correct, any hobium, Obuoman pennyfo, any hobium. Sesia, when we are smart, minimum, Sesia, we are cromfo, almost we are smart.
We are comfort.
Almost we are smart.
Almost you are smart.
You are a very smart person, and you are a thief. It's simple. Oh, you look sexy. You know people like using that word. The person is just really telling you are selling yourself. You are a prostitute. You can't look sexy. How will you look sexy?
So what do you say you
exactly. You are seducing somebody. That's why they would describe you. You look sexy. Oh, say thank you. When they describe you, you look sexy. It clearly tells you that.
It seems to be one.
Exactly. Code now what they call it. Because you shouldn't look sexy. Why are you in a sex mood?
Debbie. When you are broke,
exactly. Then they would say you look sexy and you are happy. You can't do that. You can't seduce that man of God. He's also a human being.
Exactly.
He's human. The man is human. So in the first place, you know that the man is human.
Oh,
it is a fact. It's a fact. Now, angels when they saw the nakedness of those people, so it tells you the human nature that you are. Oh, this guy is a smart guy. Go and check through the background of the person and see what kind of work Nipane. Fear want to say. Ntimi nyai adwuma no honom no mwatu kwan nko bi anyankopon ama onimdie a wa hye usam kakra anka wa hye adwuma bi ase a wo boa wo nua no wo nua no fu se wo de
obefa ofisi ala
ofu se wo de wanya sika na ono no ba be gina wo so
fako
asay wadwuma you see the huge unemployment now ya can no man yimu no it is just because young men are not patient. Nipa ni abotre I don't even know what these young guys want to pick. Omu ni abotre wona wontimi nya wadwuma wontimi mi adwuma obi sa bi adwuma sabe wafa wadwuma no mu no na wo pese onipa no within 2 years no wono be yie chain nipa na ono wafa wadwuma. How is it possible? Meanwhile, nipa na ono watimi criticize adwuma maybe it's taking the person more than 20 years 30 years
more
and watimi abie sa adwuma no and why dey wafa hey what you say say nyame mpangu na so wonnim na okotoka ma obi so oya ma osesa oh odi just wo odi no just oba hene
onka okra
just onka
they had that problem
sense no onka ho
me say I have a good example with this one. A friend of mine Kwasi Asai or Domi or for sales be work and
pay
every 3 seconds be as engine no to my oil na airway and a tire na way kotoa say oh no to me create problem for the car come in for money and then that's the mentality.
I don't know how we are going to change
that.
I don't know I don't know and enkwala ya yewu omu sometimes if you look at the children themselves they are even more intelligent than we know.
Yeah
and the society that we are building today is all about wealth. Sika. Nobody is even talking about just obinka positive attitudes.
Yabedru ha because so say me madwene mu no all was msemo yabedru ha efri say me susu say your gate it was widely open and checked. So once you are not ready to be checking, that is why ene akoko shops ni binim omdi sudi kokogu akoko ho na etene won ho te say fresh akoko na yakoto ba moja na kala no mdi ahye no akoko enu nti na enne ye be koso aka se konkonte powder no ye de frango ye de sawdust nso eye enu nti na capsules obi be ye aduro no the capsules no the sawdust no
so where is the human in
but that is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what ya tra ha so on say buy ready ye di agro na red ye di agro say na I take you over we na red and na buy enne assemble ko wezi society na is so disorganized say obi nya akukuduro dress oba man dodo na mo fa ncheme eyi virtually no photo na ohya atade titia na ne toma no IDSCC no or the aguna atade rechi no akotena front row of any important function whether church whether president de baby whether den no oti enimpa ono na jodi ko nyina say me be hwe be ma o mra ne nsem go na matimi de saade na bri na ne su Delilah na masesane shebre na mazum de nyasika. People wake up as women and all they have is their God given a special aid ne kuto omuso mo nyahwe omo na de confusion so my system no. That's all they have. That's all they have. But onim say ono oba no the onyame aye no sabe o chance be be makwa
so mo the confusion about system
God give aid no
so mo jojo penyefo na ya ase kwade omo jojo penyefo na ya ase
oh student oh have you
we laugh over some of this but they are serious matters so these are serious matters the confusion but o ma hin wa Adeba kwa ebi ameka na menu na ba mu. This attitude of human rights.
Yeah.
Obi di bone no. Odi bone no be kan o say na right. Akwala ye ade a enye wo fie no wontimi ntene no because na right. Akwala ko school na o chabe o sha say put up a behavior bi na enye na teacher for betene na o mo say na right. Ena na wukai wa shed ne ma no wakwakọ tena nipa mu wo be ka o mo se ne de na right nti sa right yi enkosi daban
That's so funny.
Enkosi daben.
That's so funny.
So we need. I don't know how we are going to get it. Mimi ti apa idea. Me hu kwan a ye betimi dey solve that problem because politics about be kan. And it just you rightly said, and then so per se. Obi bia be kototin oboni a obeye bibia obeye a muntimi nkan no wo de fa ho kodon
political life asa
wo de ho don political party pe woni how
I don't want to push and push
woni how you don't have a problem.
I really don't want to push this morning because if I'm
you don't have a problem.
If I'm pushing this morning that's the point. If I'm pushing this morning, the Ghana Police Service is a bigger challenge for us because of political interference. If I want to push this morning, because come on, how? Yeah. Unim. No. I should
anyway,
just, yeah.
My main fancy na menu apejini so atwaso.
Apostle, virtually, you are delivering a sermon.
Thank you.
So, Apostle,
thank you. Before I call, I was in Brekum this Saturday.
Yeah, great.
Yes, honestly, there's a man. I have to say, a few men are Abeka Ghana, one more Ghana Hodo. We are told to friend me severally, but it was difficult for me. Jimmy Kosciuszko, let me chances said no, I have to get. It was about the tomato factory and the tomato processing plant. Yeah, Wedi Africa, the sweet mother tomato paste, And I will encourage. Very soon you see it on Multi TV. I will encourage that. Be out tomato paste There's something coming up by a Ghanaian, Brekum Niba this year, and that is sweet mama tomato paste. You just love it. And but I'm encouraging you that people are equally out there who still think that Ghana can still be positive. So those people, you single them out and you push them to the best of your energy. That Ghana and so move for Monko. It's coming out very soon. And it's you where you
exactly.
So I was asking questions whether what you bring so what you bring you see in and I'm happy because Nipa me so I engage you or mukra or no. I said what? What
is a special personality.
Yeah. Not such a product and such a facility. Intimate and national brand. Ever one because a club do one ever for a Juman.
Abaya said, and as obi create Juma. It is an individual be a create Juma. There's a Sabayan bois, Emma Juman Yeden. A Jina. Direct and indirect employment where the Africa a big creature a big over 10,000 because they say outgrower farmers and our support to any adketua or more our form of factory hall for production or more human yard ketua distribution and marketers out there. Nana Yabuahen is a special personality. Now on my idea, ye free Brekum West, Gene to be precise, and then important, ye de why when they say, or shares, yes, or Bobran. How many people? The Yesika so mu be Juma, or no basing can Hanover could be the crew, Brekum West. 10 hours drive. Oh, no base you have on your quine supervisor, but or being one set, or be beer you want to a big creative jobs, ama, and Mabune, and Yenumaya, and to say, and I will canon. Gain our responsibility, and as a member of parliament, our champion, this in fact said your kind of medicine, and nearby Mumpaying for the choir, be fast or bois, a mer Jumana Gina, na a creative jobs. Your best threat is that they will canon. Made in Ghana products are buying. She say are buying procurement. Biano. The decline just as I know, mano. Ghana ni ejuma bi enye bi wo ha ansana ye import. I think say idea say ye hwe ni ye ye schools say feeding was secondary schools ni ade nyina tomatoes na no ma say ye to free companies like Wedi or Mono. Yeah. Edua tomato no dodo na e wo Brekum West ho. Eduma ye fo dodo na wo ho ye produce na ye de kodwa man so ti be fa kwanye so na machia the good people of Brikun West na machia na ya abo ahen enye no nko anwuma ahodo bebre in fact on my Brikun West make I say the last few years about 10 years Osha Yakwanya will contribute to significantly.
Oh, that same person.
A breku a gene to a yumum after a giant crub quine on a yes, aquino.
Oh,
Osha gene town roads are aquino in our own a year. Currently, our site, our support, or yen support town roads is contributing a lot in terms of education. Gene a senior high model. Or no LBC chair community another China. The only FM station a war a year in Brikun West we have two. And you are sure that be FM station a war. And Rajina, their backgrounds on a social event bigger, you know, or the BC for the community. So he's contributing so much to a year community any Brikun West as I said. Ye born abasunti ye betcha na ya boahen na yasre se Brikuman emma e wo Ghana na ama no ni nyina omomwa na mo be invest back in our communities na ye nso support bi a ye wo ye de beboa ama atumi akoso o my quick one na wo kan bi fa ye ghost names I think say ye wura to forcing policy or the abano ye to be gina ye nine so the year adwuma e be yi ghost names
that is the challenge
because and she share previously wo ho so man say ghost names don ba afei da ye ko tracy ghost don ahwehwe omo na ghost nzi do be dey tracy no say o say there is change of policy ne say abanya adwuma bia no every month HR and the director of finance mo validate
nipa e wo
ho ansa na ye tuyo mo ka enti e bia adwuma mu ha bosom ya so director HR director finance mo validate say workers wo ha e 10 abanya tuya department ka ye be hwehwem no na workers no ye 6 a mo am validate mo na ye say charge mo completely e ko basa because you am validate abanya ntua and those who are validating no ye wia na ye jaya mo off the hook na ye chesi ghost no na ni boy ye ghost the go hu no and I think that this shift in policy will deal with the matter once and for all. The bestre say ye dia kokoduro e be ye saa enwuma no road accidents on my and menua ba e ka ho asem a wo de sha ase di dwuma no especially o ka pragia ho asem na Ghana ha ye ka district na say area pragia agin hinipa eyebia me Brikum any Brikum in fact that's the number one mode of transportation e wo Brikum ni ade so do Brikum town ohun say de enti ye best for us e wo Brikum ni ye kura nketwa na ase no a very significant mode of transportation enti ye best say omo use in fact accident ni wo ahodo ni ade no ye besre and you made very important point say omo twi no training ben ye dey mo in terms of road safety training ben omo wo the legal regime ne ho no man tie besre so why say contribute significantly and for us in the rural communities pragia ne abobo ya no ana ye de ko yemfumu ni ade besre se ye di ahwe yie ebeye ye adwuma se de ebeye a enkwanhia ahodo no eso ebete de amaye na yetumi akoyanim yakwanya oman na usre road minister no nyankopon Adom na no finance minister last Thursday oba parliament afi abrewa yipuma ewo kwan mu obekaya on the 29th March Parliament approve appropriation. Na appropriation that you approve ye no. Na ye wo block money bi ehye ho. 13.8 billion Ghana cedis. Aban twato ho under the big push. Until now ya finance minister be ye year budget review. No na say sika na emfa ye nsankan mid-year budget review na be allocation for various roads And that 13.8 billion, almost 14 billion, specifically for road sector this year to deal with the road infrastructure issues. You know, idea or mine a beboa. Enti anybody mu ya, I'm very aware say the almighty Jinejine Sampa road has been captured under the big push. It's a very huge infrastructure, $50 million time or more award ye. Nyankopon Adom, it has been captured. It bomb pa ye say ye bet me a year from adwuma na ya kwan nsem no yetumi akle na akwan no etumi abeye krabe hwenti akwan nsem no de I'm very confident President Mahama are taking very bold decisions that we will deal with the road sector problems. No mind. The AFN said last week, Sanya pass it a year and Marafufubi. And this is a game changer. A year Ghana Road Maintenance Trust Fund.
I know they are so important because
Ghana
the previous administration may concern
maintenance specifically. In fact, your maintenance culture, and the previously road fund and yes, specifically for maintenance. Yes, Sika, they call a road sector ministries and agencies, you know. Nina, boom, but this act started that fund aside completely from a consolidated fund, completely from Ministry of Roads, Sika, completely from all the agencies under the Ministry of Sika way not setting specifically to deal with road maintenance issues.
So important.
Now, OSHA Act, no said there, Yashishena, or my Sika 40% will go direct to constituencies, 276 constituencies. Yashe Sika na Abano, be about 40%. Ubi located constituency way. Then the portion 60 na can share road baby be here more baby was road traffic load there. Plenty huge investment when we road sector coupled with this act into buy and the certificate of agency more minority majority you know who say road maintenance a big issue Ghana. So quickly we passed that act as I say my say president by now we sign was saying we said ye be crewers be call into the fund na ye best say purpose ye dey set we o man ye dey be ye adwuma na say yetumi manage fund we here e be duru ba bi no potholes ahodo a ye hunu wa kwan so esa ne say nkwanchi ahodo ye o man metumi aka say e mudodo na me ne empirical data me dey hwe na mom potholes pa contribution to accident any bad roads ya kwan so no contribute significantly to a road accident. Nti Yankopon Boana ye roll out. Yes, I found that.
Okay. So me pese ebegina Boko and road no. Maybe you will look at this matter of the Attorney General. And then, but I know the because I always want to believe that the end product will justify our courts who are the final decision makers on some of these matters, even though there's a need to run commentaries on some of the positions of it. But quickly, my member Winkem, and the birthday for these two great personalities in Tafo, Reverend Steve and Pastor Stanley, Sam, charismatic evangelistic ministry. A happy belated birthday. Na onyame nkoso anointing mama the next level of my anointing interform you know amafa onyame adwuma attitude pa onyame hira mo pa ye Reverend Steve and Pastor Stanley na fe masa we free baba honom obaba oye police ni ewo ahafo goso Winfred or police officer wa ahafo goso o se ne maame Cecilia Abna Asantoa Dankwa or Oboase Tutuka I'll say happy birthday. Namachia, ye rep also Sami Asari. Oh, half on our representing ye multimedia. Half Sami. Good to always be on point to be updating us. The echo a year a half. And then ye Mongote ni Oula Mongote. If that name rings a bell, you know, baby also be and thank you. Also Ajibra also should be CP so should be. Yambra back to studio Metroska, Makacho Metroska, they no doubt about that. No, star 281 hash option 4 Nafi Kosoaneka any amount by the close of the day Metro become. Mamaka the studios Adom there. Era Matthew Nindam Oko Pandaya and Pandai de Mr. Era Matthew Nindam Safa Magic Nebra, where you move the whole multimedia crew there and the positive impact that came after we've exited. People are struggling in silence. I'm telling you. And that's why the media should be a conduit for people's welfare and development and for entertainment. Pandai for I've always wished they may part of the second coming of the multimedia group there because the first impact is still very, very fresh on my mind. What we did, what we achieved together as Pandai citizens and then as member of parliament and as the multimedia group and representative. It's also Brekum West, and so I can confidently tell you that you know about to the next year, but I don't think the NDC will even make a mistake of trying to touch or somebody will make a mistake of trying to compete or challenge even at the primary level again. It's still re-elect and continue, and I believe that for a continuation of what era Stuttgart Nemyam for what demonstrated so far, it's so pleasing, so overwhelming, because I've been in that constituency, I've lived in that region, meaning members of parliament of Mabesinako, and I know what he is doing as I speak to you now, and he man more energy. Yes, let's say Unyamebe and Adom the other two painful in Biano. Obunya that Aquanian, a Kwan wasem, a Juma wasem, and then always in touch with the people. No, or because I hold that at the end of Etimia boy in a Yakanko. Oh, back to you. Maybe because I can be answer, maybe they make us the main introducer. No, but if you want to, it's all not person will be too much.
Oh, not the work I am at this multimedia. Your second coming.
Yes, second.
You see, normally second coming.
Dangerous.
The second coming, no. Me who ampedu. Now what organizing?
Yes.
Because me take the way individuals and make investment. In constituencies. Yes. Just like me, no.
Yes.
Yes. Our boni di
Yes.
and them our
transformation.
Transformation now or the bar. Because Yakupon obo new reaction. But be our potential. Everywhere there is a potential. Until your second coming, no. Make sure some mobile. You come and look at
areas that
yams Nankasa you produce of Pandai.
Yes.
You'll be amazed.
Yes.
Ebiana, your second coming.
Yes.
Ebema obikura.
And
Factory work panda. Now I catch it around Salaga, Bimbila, Willensi. Just the yam we produce in Pandai, you cannot. Farm gates, no. Access roads, no. Bebrina, Eddie, and my. Into no, maybe what you say, Massa Bay. Your second coming will come, and at the end of the day, no, something good.
Bahama is there.
Oh, and then oh my goodness. We see one good thing about young politics in the say. So we need chamber. No outsider. Negatives no kwana what positives na ya na doors because we hear road fan and some ya okay. Road fan hodada. But if we say we need to amend certain clauses.
It's so important.
That
I'm excited.
It can strictly look for maintenance because that is the rationale behind road fund.
Maintenance.
But ministers need bar any opportunity because law no muno ego kakranti no. Eya no mo dey other things. By this time we want to strictly road fund no maintenance. Important. And the new leg near that introduction of the 40% to the constituency. This is a tweak. And also banner constituencies, no. You kakra na. You bet me the maintenance village rules, no. So that it's not limited to Kumasi, limited to Accra, limited to no. Yes, and I also not won't crash, no. We don't really get access to, which is when you know a building consensus for the minister to act. I can't honor so bad. Obey.
we also have a responsibility. Yeah, so about problem.
Yes.
Yeah, the problem.
Exactly.
You say ghost names are okay, you know.
Yes.
It's still because Ato cannot be everywhere.
Yes. But maybe ghost names even especially ghost names na kasa.
Yeah.
Me one little challenge.
Ghost names no.
Because ebi wo wa ye inflated figures no.
But a common binum. That's what you say.
Ebi wo wa.
Teaching field, we catch you after 6 months.
Yes.
Remember what was coming to say
because you know all the time on your hair count. All the time on your validation.
We are not truthful.
Yeah,
and
that is the problem.
Yes. Two problem obenya.
Yes, yes, two problem. A Ghana for problem. Yeah, problem.
Your problem from recently be seen. Tio, Baredu, Kwesibo.
Everybody is complaining.
Be complaining about this.
And then the Ghana card bio data. We still produce gold names.
But do you know the danger with what you are saying? Another dangerous thing we are doing to ourselves. The people we engage to do this Ghana card on our behalf, how they see that
one is also true.
Yeah. So Ghana card need to make connection.
Almost started crying infiltrating into the data.
My goodness.
That is this country for you. Something that is supposed to be who data, who bio data. Completely you know. Obi to me, such sano, and obi di just say, I produce this kind of things. You know, attitudinal change is very important. And you know, Oma hin, my friend no see ho. Na fe, ebi amrani nti na ma ba boko kakra.
Yeah.
When you na chire no, I just want to make a sure be say, enne, ana ye nyina ekoye anim no. Nnema no bi wo ho a yeah, the politics be shemua MY, especially human life. And then nipa obi wu no. Want me mabiu. We then nipa ntimi mabiu. So on boku issues no. Ye na ye wo minority no. Ye nyina trans hu say. Ye fa anya politics. Because they say the boku politics bi mu a MY. Because boku issues na say an ekosu nyina and some before elections. That is what is happening in Boku. Apart from that, there's nothing happening. And some na yekaka ye. Ye the tuaban. And that is what is working in Boku now. Nyan some na yekaka ya. Nka problem behind in Boku. It should have been like before. It shouldn't have escalated to this time. And nipa be some people are reporting say yet to about up to date, no. Nipa Omabubokono is almost 300. People who somebody just take a gun, pa no aku. It's numbering 300. And then Kumase ABS. Nalerugu ABS. I am a nodna. And sometimes me sansem we be so I don't need to put politics in it at all. Not at all, because you would hear politics be more and consider ben. MPP will go, NDC will come. NDC will go, MPP will come. But Boku will remain Boku. The people, the Kusasi, the Mamprisi, they will remain there forever and ever. Their offsprings will continue to live together. So near me mesre Boku for you now and say. Onipa ba kun say ain't me solve our problem. E just omo ankasa.
Boku for na.
Just a Kusasi for ankasa tenas. This a man pushing for an ankasa. No more busa omo say. Near koso, a dear and no munya free. What do they get from it? To kill your colleague, kill your brother. You've lived there so many years. You've intermarried. Ebimu wa oko Kusasi for fear. No mami nya man pushing ya. Ebi anana of abi man pushing. Uba man pushing for fear so. The same. There are people who are married and then also ko kum nipa oba no ne yere na ne beda no. Ebi anana Kusasi ni. Obi na ne yere na no kunu no beda no. We friends man pushing. Why were we doing this to ourselves? Even sabi say politicians, ye na ya ba be da mo a, ba bia adresi mu hu say, sabi obi da wo a, na wo be hu nukure na, sabi no ya na da ho bi ho. Ana if we have said something, say ye ba be yese ne yantimi anya, na nnem mo hu sade na ya kan ye ntimi nya. Adan e na mo ankasa no mo ma jobrel emma. Otumfo be ne obetimi aye. Otumfo obeye mi obetimi.
Efa dodo na ejira yeso.
Dodo na otumfo obetimi akwakotena ho. Sabi se mpenyufo se nipa ba ko nsa nkata Nyankopon ani. Nya sa na mo ka no. nipa ba ko no sa entimi nkata Nyankopɔn ani yi se ye nyina ye kabom ahini a ye kunsu ahini a ye kunsu ada bia ye kun so nipa ne ba bi di hene no nti se kum nipa ni nyina wia na kwa kusisa. So we just want to beg me my appeal is to the Kusasis and the Mampusis themselves. And every northerner should preach peace. There shouldn't be politics. Politics now ya twam. Nyebesi say ya nyai politics no na ya nsre bokufo na nkasa so anti omo ho ase ama atuo na ama forma omahene you know that innocent workers ebia nipa no on free home ebia na ofree Ashanti region ebia na ofree Eastern region ebia na ofree Volta region e no modi nipa na akọ and such individuals are under fear omuti dan omuntimi nya hwe and as government workers so ofree hope within some 2 months one kwa adwuma omo omuntua oka meanwhile the person's life is at stake. Whether you like it or not, stay there. Why? Until we are using this your platform. I am passionately using this your platform. I appeal to yenuanoma omuye kusasifo, yenuanoma omuye mamprisifor who have coexisted. Omwatna honum ache enye ne omunya adwebro. Asembia ni wa enye ya no na yedeka. Asembia ni ho. O can say at the end of the day. Anuya na yediba beka asem. They should see themselves as one. Omu politics in free. They should forget about we the politicians and see themselves as they used to and come together and resolve this matter. Because it's becoming too many. And about their economy, ya nkraha ebi betimi asi Kumasi asi Takoradi ebetimi asi chese because anywhere now obekọ na Mamprisi wo ho Kusasi wo ho no who told you say this rippling effects will not get there and then kosi dabe soldier for omudi akogu ho they are just it's good say obekọ no makọ maintain security on by the end of the day they are just compounding the problem because at the end of the day nipa bekọ akodi nkwasi asam soldier ni be bono nipa kwa kodi nkwasi asam police ni beche no wonsi nyina so ediabufo na edan eba system ni mu because soldier ni gina ho na ukoye na enya so wono so fa ho nchaw dabi wono so akwa kobu is na o mo point no because uko bubu no wa mu nipa ni ya oh we MPP soldier ni no mo de na ba ha we because all these things will keep coming up.
That's how dangerous it's becoming.
That's how dangerous it's becoming up because politics will quickly come inside. We are born in a panay and we are no more interested in what the person has done. Until me say, you know, but ajubro. They should see themselves as one. Look, Omahini, you into connecting to me, but if you do analysis of their intermarriages, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked, say they are married to one another. Obi owa wa facho no offer no kwa kokum no onye obi fufuro. No offer no kwa kukuno. It's not anything no. This sister ba ne kwa kukuno. That is what is happening. Just because you are born and we are patrilineal, maybe o mama akọ wo nti we kusasi ni. Because we are patrilineal.
Wow.
O mama akọ wo nti we your friend is saying we Mamprisi ni. So if you pick a gun, you are just going to kill your uncle. That is it.
Well, okay, so with another angle. I'm
telling you, this is just what is happening. It is not like people who are parallel. No, they are intermarried. Omu share, omu warif, omu. Intino, omu muai nyina. Omu muai.
Me know the baby you could want the young Kebia Majubra Amalia. You're 2 minutes away from home. You don't have a choice that you need.
Please.
You know,
but concept no dear. Many are canina, dear. You hear over. But on mine, there's very significant development. Enra, President, I can't want a mamma near Jehopa. obekaya President Mahama launch a feed Ghana e wotechiman oka say ye be set it up a agric mechanization centers near there 50 of them across the country. I'm very happy saying Nra President announced say green light has been given to 50. Procure 650, but this anymore 11 of them and I be set it up. Green light call for procurement of equipment ye de ba be ye no over 600 of them I be set 11 centers. Now this is how it's going to operate. Oh my, we kanenanka a Greek more factors are no mana no more the amount akuafo no a subsidize the amount be a payment plan also na ya stagger over a period. This is different. Government no set up centers say be a Brekum enclave na ya set up centers all the equipment ya training ni po mo use so omo de beko akuafo na fumu o pese o flower they will go and do it for you. A drew harvest na here combine harvester rice and awoya then it comes and support. And I think that this is going to boost agric production na a very significant for the agriculture industry. Enti ye share nim say 11 no yes set up we are across the country and I'm looking forward Brekum West said you nim no ye nya bi or important ho a dia ebebo yi na yekua ya yo no atumi akoso yesa say factory na aba no oman ye set up factory the biggest challenge raw material availability 80-year tomato factory ho currently about 5,000 people are into the tomato production challenge ye ho ne say rain fed agriculture. A do dry season in fact only few or more year dry season no watering can money adie ye twinsuo egu abobo ya mu edeko and that is not sustainable. Enti ye nya center na ye nya irrigation all round season na ye produce at least about 60-70% of the raw materials from the district now fabi from adjoining district and other parts of Ghana it be reduce the cost of production of the tomato factory honum. It is very very significant. Enti adie ba ko make say money aje hon my there is a subject and one touch but it's trending all over you ready for Attorney General Nolly prosecutor wa file say only case that you know. I'm a very strong believer. Say body be koswa. There should be punitive actions. I best serve as deterrence to others. I'm very very strong in that perspective, especially a bass a fighting a corruption. Idea here papa. Let us establish that. Another China. My yensan hwe from another perspective say you will nipa bebria ebia yabo mo kwadu so my yenfa so bia ko 4 man sika be 2 billion na enkomra na ye de dipa no ekoto afiase a ebo kokode but o man no so sika ya hwere no kwan ben e be fa so anyade aye o man no yie enti wa hwe President Mahama focus back on operation recover all loot no yes sika ko di baby nyina enti case ba ye hwe case by case basis and in this particular case my people who are equating it to say obi akowia sika ebia 10 billion ozi over 6 billion bra na fa 4 billion no na ye ntwa case no so this is totally different. In fact I have gone through and listened very well. Dr. Dufour case that the man is different and this thing as a country it's not safe. So law you as a causing financial loss to the state.
It needs to be looked at.
because ubetumi take a decision what do you be a Canada for say yeah fan say I mean government official they be a to say Victor Solomon Mudie ubekaya Justice Afre mo that time ko appeal ni ade nyina no judgment no can clearly say in all those there was no evidence say obi edisika na mom anamon bi omu etuye amomai na boka for instance we edisika tamodi ya say o de man no akọ guarantee na nipa na ntumi antua but bia na nipa na adwini no ka o yes edisika akwa so
sadie no I said it, and I'm happy you are bringing it. We say a very strict, even
innovation, power. Exactly. And America, by the bedroom, baby, we do the from the share. We have to look at it. Baby, clearly, clear case of thievery. Say jail to serve as a deterrent. But over comrade form case here, unim say charges in baby anywhere stealing omo charge no. Say omo action across financial.
We have arrived at this point.
Say ubenye sika no na yahwe kwan pa ye be de be bo man no ho bra. I think so we need to strike a balance. I'm not saying say people should not be jailed.
No, but that's not.
But if there's an option, so benye sika na a clear case of stealing, I think that we need to look at it.
We have arrived at this point as a result of that suspicious and politic in
exactly.
It's a simple say exactly. Because my biggest worry is this law, it will kill a lot of initiatives.
Initiatives, yes.
A lot, and there's no doubt about that.
Now, assigned to be a political weapon, it will weaponize it. Because, say, who take a decision, I say, what cause financial, to determine that negligently causing and all those things, it can be weaponized.
I tell you.
And we need to, as a country, wise I agree, punishment should be deterrent enough. More and trivialize every case by case basis.
Maybe the attorney general so the amount for the issue they say attorney general say first be 8 or 7 or 6 cases na me interested. It's one of the amount for him.
Do you know my response to that? Sir cases are also interested in now. People have tagged them say they are people associated with NDC.
Yeah.
So are we saying that all those who were prosecuted were also people associated with NDC?
You can think so.
Because if that is the case, say, Nipa or my munina 8 years. Yadomuko court, Nina NDC for another say, will be MPP in India 8 years, MPP Nibia and Yabone. So if that is the case, NDC for Mkwan Edomuko Jina Court. Not say, you review cases here. Obviously, NDC for cases in Kwan were reviewed. Say, be MPP for Bikobi. No, Bayana, were you NDC for free no good to pursue MPP? You could argue. So if those prosecutions were politically motivated, I mean, so be it. But I don't think that they were politically motivated. They were people seen to have flouted. And we so Bayano or share one say or more. Anybody be so this is the issue.
Solution so roll it.
Almost say young candy what
young candy what here.
What's abrone?
But honestly,
sanity.
Young
candy what here. What's abrone?
Yeah.
Wow. The way you see that is the problem. You see the way you have gone about it. So San and Kese yet to me near kind of chronic amount
reason prevail.
Now young say at the end of the day, you better go obi hufi. Young to me now you know. Na ebeka odia ubetimi akirikira say
ama bibia
da kama. You see that what chire kwan a wo fu say that to your thinking, which to some extent I agree with you, because decisions be a what take you.
Mama Cheska for be here. I'm counting down 5 4 3 2 is 1. The number is 0246 111 ** 0246 111 Star. You are the winner for the day. Wrap up for us. Honorable Nidam.
So, all friends, Omahini, you can't say ya. Maybe no problem. And I think that as a nation, we can reflect, just like we have said. And now, you can do for some way. Attorney General Bayen. Nsem nyina watachi nyina no NDC for onsem. And obia de enso wo de ache. Obia de enso wo de ache. Nti na
onye interested just wo de ache.
Oh, na so onye interested wo de ache.
Then onye interested just wo de ache.
Na interested.
Oh, say we de me ni ache.
Na just wo de ache.
I mean fan che bi me ni ache.
Oh, me nyina potogum ni hwegum.
Oh, David. Opposition won't come out.
Opposition plan say won't. You plan dey kasa.
Anybody dey papa ti ase.
No, no dey odidi.
Okay, you know say. Oh, ya me.
Because I say odidi o ti kasa.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Let the majority